Hi, thanks for joining me today on Susan's Cozy Kitchen while I am making a casserole that is good for any time of the year. What am I talking about? Pineapple casserole. A quick background on this recipe and my involvement with it. It was not something my mom made when I was growing up. This was a casserole that I had when I was working in Huntsville, Alabama. A co-worker named Ann White made it for a little potluck that we had at the office one day. I thought it was fantastic, and when I got married, she gifted me the recipe. I still have it on the recipe card that she gave it to me on. Just precious memories there. After I got married, I forgot about this recipe until recently when I had it again. It was so good that I said, I've got a recipe for that. I'm gonna go home and make it. So here I am today making this recipe for you. And Ann, if you're out there watching, thank you so much, and I hope you're doing well. Now, let's get into making this recipe. This is a 20 ounce plus an 8 ounce can of pineapple in its own juices that I've just been draining for a bit. I have a cup and a half of cheddar cheese. I have 3/4 cup of sugar. Actually, that's probably closer to 2/3 cup of sugar. This is a 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, about 6 tablespoons of butter that I'm going to melt, and just over half a sleeve of Ritz crackers that I will crush. Now, I have a cute little 8x8 Pioneer Woman casserole dish that I'm going to cook it in. And the first thing I'm going to do will be to butter this and have it ready to put the casserole in, because this goes together quickly. So off to melt my butter and start preheating. If you're making this in a conventional oven, you want it to be set at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. I'll have the Celsius down below. If you're using a convection toaster oven, air fryer like I am, you want to lower the temperature a little bit and decrease the time because of that convection fan. Makes it cook a little bit faster. Now, normally I would make this in my oven with whatever else I was cooking that day, but it's summer in Texas. I'm making this before 9 o'clock in the morning because our high today is supposed to be 106 with a heat index of around 111 or more. So I am cooking early so that my kitchen is not blazing hot this afternoon and heating up the entire house. Let's turn this on, bake, and I'm going to turn it down to 325, and the minutes say about 20 minutes, so I'm going to set my time for 15 minutes, and then if I need to cook it, I'll keep an eye on it at that point. If I need to cook it less, I will. If I need to cook it more, I will. Now, hands are clean. All right, let's get just a little bit of butter that I can throw in here and smush around. Just buttering the dish, and I really like the way butter, not only keeps it from sticking, but it adds a little bit of flavor. The dish is buttered. Put that over there. I'm going to set this off to the side. This is going to go fast. I'm going to plop the pineapple in there. I'm going to add my cup and a half of grated cheese, and I did grate this myself. Mix these together. And one of the things I love about this casserole is not only is it a great side dish because it has the savory from the cheese and the cracker topping, but it's also sweet from the pineapple and the sugar. So it makes a fantastic savory dessert. Okay, now in my cup here that I had the cheese in, because I don't want to make any more dishes dirty than I have to, there's my 2/3 cup of sugar, my 1/4 cup of flour, and then I also need a 1/4 cup of pineapple juice, and I'm going to use the same cup that I had the flour in. Use a fork to mix this. You could use a small whisk if you wanted to, but I just like a fork for things like this. Just slightly more than a 1/4 cup. Pour this in and mix all of this together. Now, I have seen recipes that also use cream cheese in them, and I think that sounds absolutely delicious. One of these days I may try that too. If you have one that you love that uses cream cheese, please share it with me in the comments. I would love to give that a try from someone's tried and true recipe. Alright, so here's that added in. I'm going to stir this in together. Now that that's all mixed together, I'll pour that in here and smooth it. Okay, I want all of that cheese. Y'all know I'm part rat, I love my cheese. So smooth this out. Oh wow, I think I could have actually made this in maybe a 9x9 and it would have been perfect. But it's a little thick. It's a little thick, but that's okay. Now, I'm just going to crunch these crackers. So there's my slightly more than half of a pack of Ritz crackers. And now, here's the butter. Pour that over. Again, not making anything else dirty. Here's my fork. Mix this all together. And over the top. Okay. Just, try to spread it evenly over the top. If you need to, you can move things around once you have it on there. I don't think anyone gets it on there perfectly even the first time. You always have to work at it. So just spread it out over the top. Oh my word, this looks yummy. So this is how it looks in the bowl. My timer has already counted down a little bit, so I'm going to put that back up to 15 and slide this in. And we'll let that cook. When it's finished cooking, I will see you back here to show you how it looks and to give it a taste test to see if it's as good as I remember it when Ann made it. The casserole has cooked for about 20 minutes. I initially started with 15. It looked like it needed to go longer, and I believe that's because I made it thicker and in a smaller dish. Ideally, you want this to be a little bit thinner than the way I made it today. Let's pull it out and see how it looks. I did notice that this, whoa, hello. This casserole didn't do like a lot of casseroles. It didn't bubble around the edge the way so many casseroles will, and that's okay. It's still done, it still looks delicious, and I can't wait to try some. This looks so good. Let's dish up a little bit and see how it tastes. Oh my. Okay, maybe. All right, it came out a little bit goopy. I think that's because I should have made it in a larger dish when I doubled it, or well, I made it 50% larger. I should have increased the size of my dish to a bigger dish. But other than that, I think it's gonna be okay. Let's give it a quick taste. It's gonna be hot, so. Fantastic for a side dish, and even sweet enough and yummy enough for a dessert. I hope you give this recipe a try. If you do, let me know down in the comments. Also, you can find the full recipe with tips and tricks in the description box below, along with my social media links. I'd love for you to follow me there. I tend to engage a little bit more with everyone there on a day-to-day basis. If you enjoyed today's video, please be sure and give it a big thumbs up. If you're not already a subscriber, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you find out every time I upload a new video to YouTube. Thanks for watching. God bless.